you're new here, hi, I'm Zsuzsanna. I studied abroad in Georgia in the United States, 2017-18 in high school. I am from Switzerland. My parents are from Hungary, so I'm bilingual ever since I was born. Anyway, I will be going back for college / university to the US. I haven't picked one yet, but I got accepted to basically all of the ones I applied to. I didn't apply to a whole lot of schools like other people do. I just applied to 3, but those were my favorite ones since they all have virtual tours online. I never really planned on going to the US just to visit colleges, and I know it's not a thing to do as an international student because it's so far and expensive. But I traveled Mexico for 3 weeks just a few days ago. I just got back. Anyway, I had a friend there and we traveled Mexico, and I was like, Mexico is so close to the US, and I'm like, I can't just not visit. So I figured I would just visit 2 of the 3 colleges because the third is in California. That's way other direction than, you know, North Carolina, where the 2 other colleges I applied to are located. So I just searched for seeing High Point University and University of North Carolina and Greensboro, since those schools are my top 2 on my list. If you want to see my video about why I'm going to college in the US and what majors I want and why I picked the schools I picked, then watch my video up here, which is the application process for international students. If you are international wanting to go to the US, that's probably why you're watching this video. Visiting colleges for Americans is a big thing. Like, they do that all through junior, senior year to pick their colleges. For me, it wasn't like super important to pick one, but looking back, going there, it definitely did make a difference. Not that I changed my priorities or something, but it just made clearer to me why I actually wanted to go to those schools. My parents did not come along, and by the way, this is kind of like a story time because I don't have any notes and I don't have any footage of me walking there because I didn't want to be rude and film while they showed the school to me. I should have filmed some clips, but I do have a few pictures. I'm just gonna add them. I went to UNCG first and I had a meeting with the international director of recruitment. It was amazing. Just, you know, being able to talk to someone who's at the school just makes it more personal and not like super far. I don't know. I did get some things from her. Let me show you. So I got this cup during the tour. We looked at the dining hall and I got a cup which is really nice. This is my straw. I added this just because I'm trying to be low waste and not use straws, so I added this. But what I got from her is this bag. I know it says graduate school, and she told me that it's, you know, like, I'm not a graduate student, I'm an undergrad, but I still think it's super nice. Then I got this school flag. Then I got a luggage tag. I also got this mouse pad, which is pretty cool, and like a school newspaper to like look through and have some basic information at the end of the tour. The tour was really nice. It was done by students. I think it was seniors. I had 2 guides for me because we were only like 3 people at the tour and they had 4 guides, so I had 2 for myself, which is pretty cool. Anyway, they showed me the whole campus. We didn't go into every single building, but we did go into the dining hall. They showed me a dorm room, how it looks like, told me what is included, what I would need to get. I could just ask them some questions about the school, which was really nice. Just being able to be there and kind of just stand there and look at it and kind of imagine going to school there was just a good experience because I was so scared to walk in there first, like have my meeting. I was super scared. I was like, oh my gosh, like what am I doing? Like, why can't I just go to Europe and not go this far away? And I don't know. But I know I did my exchange year. I know I made it. I was never homesick. Not that I wouldn't get here, but I just know that I can do it. So I'm confident in, you know, succeeding in college. But it was still so scary. So talking to people there was helpful. and then I Ubered to my next door, which was High Point University. It was kind of complicated to get to it just because I had an Uber. He was just gonna drop me, but they didn't let him. Like, they wanted him to drive through the main gate and park at the parking spot reserved for me with my name on it. That was pretty cool, but also, like, you know, I was like, I'm so sorry, thank you so much for getting me here. So first impression wise, it was super like impressive, but also I know not to fool myself just from the outside. It's all about the people and their programs and how the school is rather than how it looks like. So I was like, okay, it's pretty nice, it feels great, but I wasn't sure if I felt good because I knew the school from like online and then I finally could be there, or if I felt it because the school is right for me, you know. Like, I wasn't sure, but it definitely felt better than being on the first campus, but it could just be, you know, the order because it was my first ever tour alone by myself. So being on the first tour was scarier to me than the second one, but that's obviously just because I didn't go on one before that. But yeah, so I had like an hour before my tour started, I was just sitting at a table, just looking around, being on my phone too, obviously. I didn't want to tour the campus on my own before the actual tour would start. So I was just like kind of eating my pretzel there. I don't know. I didn't have big expectations on like knowing or experiencing anything different than at the first school. Our tour was by a sophomore girl. It was really nice. We had a golf cart. We just drove to places and got out and saw the buildings, and it was super nice. I understand why it's so expensive because they need to pay those buildings. Why I'm super glad I went there is because of what happened after the tour. So after the tour, we got to speak to our admissions counselor, and since I already applied, I already had one, but he wasn't there. He was in China. So I got to speak to a lady and she was super nice and we just hugged, and she was like, when are you leaving? And I was like 4, and it was like 3 p.m. or something. So she was like, I'd like to find you a professor to talk to, and did you eat yet? And I was like, no. And she was like, oh my gosh, we need to get you some food. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty hungry. So she called some entrepreneurship professors and she got me food before we went there, which was pretty cool. And then she got me to the professors. I loved talking to them and just like telling them kind of my story of why I want to go there and how I actually found the school. And I just feel like it's the right place for me to learn. They told me so many things they do for these entrepreneurship majors or club members. And one of them gave me an entrepreneurship club shirt, hoodie, sweater, I don't know what to call it, but it had like the logo on it and like the definition of an entrepreneur on the back, and she just had it on her desk randomly, like she didn't even plan on like, meeting me. So that was pretty cool. So the reason why I do think it was super helpful going there, it just got so much clearer to me what they actually offer, like how they differ from UNCG and like other schools. I do still love UNCG, I would love going there, but I also see the advantages that High Point has to offer for me personally, just because of my major and what I actually want in the school. That's my college tour story. I had a day visiting the colleges and I do think it was worth it. I wouldn't spend $1,000 on plane tickets just to go there for a day and fly back. I would not do that. But if you're, you know, kind of in the area, like Mexico, Canada, on the other coast side, it is worth seeing some colleges just to get an idea of how it is and what you have to expect, even though you shouldn't expect much. Like, it's better to have low expectations, but I do think it was a good choice for me to go there. You know, college tours are completely free. It's kind of like an opportunity for them to make you interested in their school. So it's kind of like good for them too. This is my story. If you have any questions, if you're an international student or just, you know, an American going to normal college, just let me know in the comments. I would be happy to do like a Q&A video, just answer your questions below. Like I said, check out my video I did about like the college application process. I can also like link you my complete playlist of my high school videos if that's something you're interested in. Oh, and check out my blog because I post more on my blog than on my YouTube. So yeah, check it out. I have a lot of college content and high school content and just like general making money, saving money as a student, like having a business as a student, traveling as a student on a budget, you know, all those things. It's all on my blog. Check it out. I'll link it up here and in the description box. It's linked there like always anyway, but just so you know. So yeah, have a great day and see you next time. Bye.